Hi everyone, it's Killshot from 99 Gaming's The Walking Dead Season 8, Episode 11, Tara Must Die. I have seen the teasers and the sneak peeks and things that are going on this week's episode. So first of all, let me thank you all for being here. Secondly, I am not predicting that Tara is going to die in episode number 11. However, I have predicted and put my theory together that Tara will die this season, and I do think it is going to happen. But some things that are happening this week have just done it for me. I'm done with it. I'm moving on. Her character arc is over as far as I'm concerned. We're going to talk about that today. And I might get a little bit fired up tonight, so be ready. You guys know how some of these chats go. Thanks to everybody. Hopefully you're having a happy Thursday night. I see a lot of people are starting to stream on in. This is our crew. Scott, thanks so much for that super chat. We'll get to you in 1 second when you post your question. And we got some interesting topics. We will do some breaking news either tomorrow or Saturday as well, so we'll kind of lump it all together. And then within the next couple of days, we'll get some spoiler information out to you guys as well. But we're just having a lot of fun with the theories right now. So hopefully if you guys got some good questions, some good comments, then get them posted. This is the way this works. We do have some new faces that are popping in here. So if you're new, I'll tell you a little bit about what we do. All this stuff streaming along the side. I'm liable to call on you, so be careful what you type because the internet is watching you. And your comment will be included in this video, of course. Hit the like button, and once this video goes live, leave a lot of comments as well. Simple rules, right? Thanks, everybody. Appreciate you being here. So let's get right down to it. We're going to talk about Tara. Yes, Carol, I am just a little bit under the weather. This weather has been nuts. I mean, it was 50 degrees the other day and then 30 degrees and back and forth. So, yeah, a little bit. But you know what? I'm feeling good. I'm going strong. I'm here with this group. So what what better thing than we ask for? I don't feel bad. I just I feel like it's the onset of maybe a little bit of a cold or something. Who knows? But we will get through it. So let's talk a little bit about Tara. This is going to get me fired up. It's going to get me going. So in the teaser, some of the things that are going on, she is just toying with people's lives at this point. That is it's a recipe for death. And hopefully you guys saw a little bit of this. You can see kind of her face. This particular scene, I think she's deep in thought. Maybe her and Dwight are having a little bit of conversation, reflecting. She is going to spare Dwight, but she is walking on some really shaky ground. And I think when a character gets to that point, it's that karma. They ultimately end up, something happens to them. I think the writers are setting us up to not really miss her too much. And I got to be honest. I mean, there are some people who have typed the proverbial comment, Tara's my favorite character. You hear that a lot. Or if Tara dies, I'm going to stop watching. I'm confused here. Help me out. How can Tara be your favorite character? There's so many good characters on the show. I mean, to me, it's just like eating a cardboard sandwich. I don't know. I just don't see the correlation there. There's Rick. There's Negan, who's charismatic. There's Maggie. There's Michonne. I don't know. I mean, it'd be like me coming back and saying Tobin's my favorite character. It just ain't gonna happen. So we got a couple super chats in here, and I want to read a couple of these comments. So Petey Wheatstraw, bad weather, try being Canadian. I would if I could, Petey, but I can't. But thank you for that. Not feeling bad, just sounding a little different. So 1189 Paris says Tara's character could still be utilized with Eugene's story arc. Yeah, I mean, Eugene needs a little bit of help. But I don't think she's going to be around when Eugene comes back around, if you know what I'm saying. When we get to exploding bullets, sources are saying that Tara is not around by episode number 16. I could be wrong, but we'll wait and see how that plays out. I think it's tainted Lucille. I really think that's the way she's going to go down. I think it's going to be all over for her when Negan comes to town. Oh, boy. Okay, well, here we go. There's my first, and it's all caps, too, so looks like Grimes Girl wants to put on the boxing gloves. Tara is awesome, Rosita is boring, and it's like, it's even all caps. It's like, she's awesome, Rosita's boring. Come on. Really? You cannot believe that. You cannot believe what you just typed. Tara is a ticking time bomb right now. She's in full massacre mode. She flipped off little kid, Rachel. She did help them make the contact with the ocean side. I'll give you that. She could... Paris, she probably will be more for Cindy's story arc than Eugene's story arc because of that initial contact. And maybe she'll be part of bringing Cindy over to the group. But I just don't see much more use for her character after that. So thank you so much, Valar. Appreciate you. I love it. I love the hearts and adding that. So Valar says, much love to Kills, the Army, Emmy, Steph, Kels, and Sweet Tom. So thank you for that. And Scott's question was posted. Scott, we're going to have to go back. There's a lot of stuff going on. Okay, here we go. Got it. So I scrolled up. We've got Scott's question. This Kills, my question is, who do you think the new character has been cast for the season is? Because there's been a new character confirmed for the season. You know, I think some people think could be Magna. I don't know. We'll have to wait till a little bit more information leaks out. That would be my only guess. And I'm not familiar with Magna from the comics. I'm not that far in. However, I am familiar with Magna from Walking Dead Road to Survival. So, I do know a few of the characters from my old gaming days. Grimes Girl's like, alright, I gotta be honest, love me some Rosita. And you know what? That's in caps too. You're forgiven. You know what? If you make a comment and you come back and say, I love Rosita, then I'll forgive you as well. Rosita's still part of that Abraham memory for me. What a dynamic duo that was. Sad to see that end. Let's jump into a few more. So, Kirsten K says, I really like Tara. She's going to die. Kirsten, I'm going to ask you, everybody has a right to their opinion. I'm just the person running the stream at this point. Doesn't mean my opinion is always right. I just don't... I can't think of a better analogy. There's just nothing that her character is doing at this point. She's becoming a bully. And almost like she thinks it's funny in her own way. Dwight is shot. So hopefully everybody's had a chance to see the teaser. And this is what really sparked it for me. Is they're walking along. You know, Rosita and Daryl are hanging back, just sort of seeing what's happening. Tara's up there, Dwight's a little bit behind her, and they come across a walker, and she goes, I got it. And she goes up, grabs the walker, throws the walker into Dwight. Dwight could have been bitten. I mean, the dude is shot. He's got a wounded arm. And then they kind of stand around while Dwight kills this walker. And you know, Daryl's got the crossbow. And then she says, see, I told you he could do it. You know what? I understand it. Paris is giving me that info. He says, you know, Dwight killed her lover, but it was an accident. He wasn't trying to kill her. But she's starting to go down that bully torture category that I don't like. Now, we do know she pulls a gun on him. So here's kind of my take on this. If you get to a point where if she's going to shoot Dwight, I think I'm not going to be okay with it. But I would be more okay with her shooting Dwight than being antagonistic. So, Epic Vids with a super chat says Tara's more... Oh. You know, I got to read it, but people are actually going to see it. We've got some rough comments. Last night it was Sith Lord with the Carl's a wimp in so many words. And tonight Epic Vid says Tara's more stale than those Twizzlers in 801. That's tough. That's tough. And it was an epic super chat. David says Tara is boring. I like her. Deja Vu says I like her, but don't think she's strong as an actor. See, I'm kind of the opposite, Deja Vu. I think she's a very good actor. I'm okay with that. I just don't like the character of Tara. I think Alana's great. What's up, Pickles? And in fact, you would be hard pressed to find an actor on The Walking Dead that I don't like. I don't think they have bad talent. I think they're really good. I just think it's a character that has outlived their stay. And maybe it's because she is a good actor, and maybe it's because she's a good person. They like having her on the show. But doesn't mean that her character should get this much airtime. It just, I don't know. I just don't look forward to these type of episodes. I think the episode's going to be okay because the storyline's pretty good. You know, they're going through the woods. They're trying to get to Hilltop. I think that's going to be pretty cool. But she's just become a little bit too much of a bully for me. So Denise Hopkins, kills. You don't see it, neither do I. She's gone. No, I think she's gone. I think emotionally she's gone. And from her character standpoint, I guess they're writing that emotion, like, you know, this whole this blankness and this last-minute revenge plot to get out there before they give her the exit. Oh, man. You know, you guys got some of the best analogies tonight. I have to read this because everybody else on the internet's going to be reading it. So Shanny D, a.k.a. Little Michonne, says, I like Alana, but her chapter is as boring as Rice Krispies without adding sugar. So thus far, her character has been compared to stale Twizzlers, a cardboard sandwich, and Rice Krispies without sugar. We're just being mean. And you know what? It's good. It's good that we're being mean because she's been mean to Dwight. And they're using him at this point. So Paris, let me go back to your point. And because, you know, your point is well taken. Well, Dwight killed her lover. All right, but now she's just, get us out of here, help us out. You know, I know we wouldn't be this far without him, but I still want to kill him. That is the exact opposite of Carl's saving grace that Carl wants everybody to have. So Tammy Heitzman says, someone needs to remind Tara of where she started out with the group. Excellent point. I mean, she was with the group of killers, and someone made an exception for her. So why can't someone make an exception for Dwight? Jenna says, I don't care about her. Chris Salisbury says, tequila without the limes. Wow, you know what? I've got this group fired up. You guys knew it was going to be a rough stream tonight. When you see the title of it, it says Tara Must Die. I mean, we are in full-scale attack mode. So let me just say this. This is all in good fun. I love The Walking Dead. I love AMC. I love all the characters. But I wanted to be angry at a character today, and this shows our passion. So Scott Gimple, if you're watching this, just know that this group is a very passionate group. We care about our characters, but when it's done, it is done. And I think the general consensus here is, I like what you're doing. I like the fact that you're putting her in this vengeful role, because I think you're opening the door to terminate this character, and I'm fine with it. So kudos to you and your team. Let's move along. Get her off the show and get Cindy on the show. Give Cindy a little bit more airtime. But she's not killing Dwight. That's the sad part of it, is she's just going to bully him to a point, and then ultimately she's going to forgive Dwight. And I got a feeling it's going to go down something like this. Dwight has, he's invited death before. Because you know what? If you think about it, now that I think about this. But Dwight has, I think, a future storyline. But don't Dwight and Tara have a little something in common? Let's think about this for a second. So, but Tara has more enemies. Because first of all, Tara has to hate Negan because he runs the outfit and controls the people who killed her girlfriend, although Dwight physically carried out the act of doing it. But Tara wants revenge because someone took someone close to her away, and that's really her motivation at this point. Well, Dwight wants revenge as well because Negan is responsible for Sherry leaving. So whether Sherry's dead or not dead, they both lost someone and they both lost their relationship. So they're both driven by that revenge. But the problem is Dwight has one enemy, and that's Negan. Tara has multiple enemies, and she's not really going to see the true enemy until she lets Dwight off the hook. Hopefully that makes a little bit of sense. I sort of had to rationalize through that. But I think even looking at this pictures up on the screen, they both have kind of blank looks. But we've seen Dwight multiple times. He's like, if you're going to kill me, just kill me. Just kill me. Get it over with. He's okay with that. But you know what? If you're not going to kill me, let me help you kill Negan. So, if we're going to... All right. Valar says, Valar's asked me to leave Tara alone. So he says, leave Tara alone. She helped people out of dark places. She's just hurt. All right. Because it is a super chat, I am compelled to debate that topic and to ask the group. So let me ask the group, are we being a little bit too tough on Tara's character at this point? Philomena says Tara helped Glenn. She has some good left in her. She's lashing out. Pickle says no. Jenna says nope. A few people, Philomena saying yeah. Brene is saying yes. Too tough. Okay. But all right, most people are saying no. The people saying yes, which is only a few people. This question is for you. In this week's episode, when Tara grabs the walker and throws it at Dwight when he's not looking, if Dwight gets bit in that moment, are you okay with that? This is just for the people who are saying we're being too tough on Tara. Dwight's walking along. He's not looking. She grabs a walker. She thinks it's cute, and she says, I got it, and then bam, like it's a game. So this is why I'm being tough on her. I'm being tough on her because of what her character is doing at this point. So she could be acting like a spoiled brat, but you're walking with a group of people trying to get out alive, and if Dwight gets bit there, because of some silly game that she's playing. And this is my point. If you're going to kill him, kill him. Walk up to him with the whole group marching there and say, you know what? Everybody here, this guy right here, killed my significant other. And you know what? You're not going to stop me. It's over. But you don't, like, think fast. It's wrong. And it's intentional, but it shows from the writer's standpoint that she's becoming the bully. And if you saw the interviews right before episode number 9, last week they intentionally put Rick in a situation where Rick looked worse than Negan. And now they're putting Tara in a situation where Tara looks more evil than Dwight. So I don't know if you saw the interview with Lenny James, and he said, we're going to be tested in the second half because these relationships, these trusts, are going to be tested to their full extent. I'm going to go back to what they did with Negan. If you want to tell me that Rick killed 20 or so of their people, and Negan walks up and says, you know what, we got 11 people here, I'm taking 5, Rick. 5 people is what I'm taking. I'm taking Abraham, I'm taking Glenn, I'm killing Carl, I'm killing Sasha, and I'm killing Daryl. Take those 5. He lines them up and shoots them. Bam, 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 bam. And he walks up to Rick and said, that's your message. This is just a drop in the bucket. You don't kill my men again. I'm going to respect him a lot more than the way he killed and danced and enjoyed it and tortured and bullied. So that wasn't who Negan was, but now this whole Tara, no regard, just killing, doing whatever, I'm not down with it. Carl was hanging with Elvis. Come on now. Look, I know there's people on the show that it's only about your character. But for me on the show, it's about how the character acts and reacts. That's what I always enjoy about the show. And that's why some characters are interchangeable. And when they start going down a path that I can't justify their existence, and I can't follow it. So let me ask the group this question. Do you think Tara will make it till the end of the season? Just want to see what percentage thinks. Oh, Hippo saying, hell no. %70 or so. So 30% say yes. So to those of you that say yes, why? Give me the value add. Give me a reason to keep her until next season. Andre says no value. I'm okay. I'm open to it. I'm open into sort of listening and playing it out. Hunter says comical value, controversy, and conflict. Yeah, but Drama King, the controversy and conflict, you can only play that card so many times. It's going to get old. Sean Hoover, bottom line, Tara has nothing that makes her more valuable than Michonne, Daryl, Morgan, Carol, etc. She's just an experienced fighter. There'll be a casualty of war that will only be taught. I'm not going to disagree with that. So, and this is just not picking on Tara. Well, it is. It's not picking on the character. It's not picking on the actor. It is strictly the character only. So, give me a character on the show that gets as much airtime as Tara, that holds less value than her character. And this is just not, this is mainly for the people saying that she's going to be around for another season. Give me a character that they show as much as her that is lower. Not Heath. They're not showing Heath. Tobin doesn't get as much airtime as Tara. I will argue that Rosita has more story left in Rosita. I would argue that Enid has a lot more story ahead of her than Tara, especially after last week. So Paris with a super chat, and this is a good point. So someone mentioned earlier about Tara finding Heath. Yes and no. I want to touch on that in 1 minute because they were together. There is a connection there. Let me finish this question and I'm going to jump in there. So someone said Gregory. Gregory's gone. So, Kel, here's my point. My point is that if you give me a name of someone, I can probably tell you whether or not I think they're going to be on the show. Gregory doesn't make it to the end of the season. So if Gregory is right there with Tara and Gregory has less value and Gregory's going to die, you could make the same argument for Tara. So, gone. Several people have said Rosita. Well, I would think that if they played out the comic arc, Rosita is pretty valuable to the Whisperers, right? So you do always have that. If they don't, then maybe not. Maybe Tara could take Rosita's comic arc, keep her around long enough to let the Whisperers do what they're going to do. Bradley, if you say Jared gets as much airtime as Tara, I would say maybe about as much, but Jared's gone. So Gregory and Jared, I can guarantee you, will not make it at the end of the season. So if those are the two big plays you guys are coming back with and saying these are the two, then you put Tara right there. Then I will say all three. Jenna says Morgan. Morgan's gone. Moving to a different show. Patricia says Simon. And I'm going to say what Simon says to you, Patricia. I'm going to have to correct you on that point. Simon has such a stronger story at this point on the TV show than Tara. No comparison there. It's like night and day. Simon is in the middle of some serious drama. Simon in the Negan arc is going to be important. This thing with Tara is just going to be, she's going to kill Dwight, she's not going to kill Dwight, she's going to throw a walker into Dwight, she's going to bully him a little bit, she's pissing off Daryl, she's pissing off Rosita. Is she going to forgive him? Is she not going to forgive him? It's tired, it's tired, it's tired, it's old, it's been done before, we don't need to see it again. Let Dwight help the group. He's already alive, he's earning his stripes, he hates Negan. You have a common enemy. You can trust him. I mean, everybody knows at this point why Dwight did the things that he did. He didn't mean to shoot Denise. So, I can't wrap myself around this story. Will Saint says Sadiq. I would disagree with you. I think Sadiq has more long-term value than Tara. I think Sadiq is a doctor, number one. Number two, he's going to live to honor Carl. So I think definitely Sadiq has more value. Eric Vance says, I can't think of one. So I'm not just saying characters that are out there. Hippo saying Jerry. People love Jerry, though. If you're making the argument strictly from purpose, I'll give you that. I would say Jerry, if Ezekiel's alive and well and Carol's alive and well, Jerry doesn't have a lot of purpose per se, but he's a lot more likable. So you could keep Jerry around for that reason. Let's see. A. May says, I think Tara will cause someone more valuable to die. I don't know that she's going to call someone to die, but I do think that she's making herself less important, and the writers are making her less important because they're setting us up for a typical death. And a lot of times this is what they do. They have to drain the character's story arc so we're not as emotionally attached to them. The fact that we're doing a video and talking about She Must Die shows that the emotional attachment is breaking. Oh, sorry. Okay. My bad. Will Saint said I misunderstood him. He says out with Tara and move on with Sadiq. So, absolutely. Well, then, ultimately, I made the point, right? So, Maggie says Jerry's pressure valve with his humor. Yeah, I mean, and I'm okay with that. Look, you guys are part of the 999 Army. And I know we debate things, and I know we disagree on things from time to time. And you guys know where I stand on this. If I felt strongly that Tara was a character that I really wanted to, pour my emotion into, the video would be the exact opposite. I would be saying, Tara must live. Tara is doing some badass things. But I'm just not feeling it. I'm not seeing it. And when I start to break away from that, it's not all because of me. Sometimes it's a barometer because we do these streams and I see some of your comments and how the feeling when it gets to a boiling point, and I just don't feel like there's that admiration and love and that want to go forward with this character. And if we've got a couple hundred people here and we ask 200 people and 180 of them say, let her go, well, there you go. There's your answer. Meat grinder, that to me would be the only bit of value that I could see at this point is helping recruit Cindy. Or someone did mention a little bit ago, Tara finding Heath. She's not really concerned about Heath right now, though, is she? So, here's what's interesting. Don't you find it a little bit odd that her story is completely and utterly about finishing this thing so she can kill Dwight? Is there any dialogue going up to anybody saying, you guys know what? We got to finish this thing with Negan because we got to get out there and find Heath. Where is that? I mean, she was there with Heath. Where's the going up to Daryl and Tara saying, we got to get out there. I don't know what happened to him. Oh my God, I'm so worried about him. Heath was there with me. I mean, can we not get that side of her character? She just abandoned Heath. Walking back with her Twizzlers and her cool little glasses on. Come on now, what about Heath? That's important. Well, exactly. Sup, geek? So not the character's fault. Well, it is, because the character is a byproduct of the writing. So it's not the actor's fault. But yes, I mean, they're pushing us in this direction. They're making her cold toward certain things and vengeful toward other things. So jumping in real quick, we got a super chat with 1189 Paris. I would like to see Tara's character get a proper end, get over her loss, find Heath, and bring Eugene and Cindy's character into the group. If that were to happen, then I could say there's value. Now, how would all that play out? See, now we're going down a road that you sort of piqued my interest a little bit. So first, she's got to stop throwing walkers into Dwight because it's not funny. So maybe that starts to happen when she puts the gun to Dwight and lets him go, because Dwight is going to get away. He is going to get back to the Saviors. So maybe this is the moment where I'm either going to kill you or I'm not going to kill you, and the beginning of the healing. She has to have a purpose. But I'm just a little disappointed that Heath has not been a part of that purpose. Time is ticking. This is not about Alana. This is about Tara. Well, whatever the case may be with Heath's glasses, he's blind without them. And there's no my eye doctors right around the corner. So let me clarify that. Heath, and I did research on this as far as the video, where I was looking. These are not little tiny glasses. Heath has some bad vision. So if his glasses are gone and he can't see, we got a taste of that in also the teaser. You saw Dr. Carson hopefully sitting with Father G, where Dr. Carson looks over and says, hey, if your optic nerves are gone, Father G can't see. You go blind in this environment, you're a liability. So whether he's kidnapped, whatever he's doing, he doesn't have any value because he can't see. Very good point. So, and you know, sometimes I have to say this multiple times because somebody will watch from a website and we'll do a video and we'll debate something, and they'll say, Killshot from 999 Gaming said that Tara died in episode 11. Let me say this again. This is not what I'm saying. She's not dying in this episode. But I want to walk through, what I really love about the show is I like to put myself in and try to get you into that role where we're into the psyche of the writers. What they did well, how they're leading us, how they're steering us, and what they do poorly. And sometimes they do things poorly. So Tara ignoring Heath and strolling back from the ocean side. Intentional character transformation or poor writing? That's the question I have for each of you right now. Do the writers just want to show just that emotional transformation, or is it just like, oh yeah, we forgot to make her feel some compassion for her buddy that is no longer there, that either maybe she feels he left? I mean, she's got to have as much common sense as we do. Pickle says poor writing. A lot of people are saying poor writing. Well, you know, Denise, it is. It's a tough situation. You know, with the zombie apocalypse and so many enemies out there, I wouldn't be as bold to say that disabled people have no value. I would say it depends on the disability, and it depends on the community. The current state of affairs, I would say, especially Heath, depending on where he is, not being able to see in this situation, if you're not like up in Hilltop and there's some other things that you could do. Maybe you could train, get people ready, but not being able to see is a huge disability. If you can't hear, yeah, you can probably make it. If you lose a hand, you can make it. But in the current state of affairs, it's a brutal, brutal world. So it's tough to find. You don't want to give up on anybody's life. But right now, there's no stable community. Every community is looking over their shoulder. Good point. You can lose one eye, but not both. Ask the governor. Ask Carl. Anybody moves, I'm going to cut the boy's other eye out and feed it to his father, and then we'll get started. Yeah, you know, Negan knew what he was saying with that. He knew how important at least one eye is. So I think they're all good topics for debate. I'm interested to see. I'm going to go back to Paris's super chat comment a little bit earlier, and I'm going to ask this to the group because I do think it does have some merit to it. For all the people in chat right now, we have a couple hundred people here. All right, first of all, let me make a couple announcements before I get to this question, because I do want to get to this question. I want to thank all of you guys for being here this week. We do Walking Dead streams Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 9:30 every night. Friday nights, we usually do a recap of breaking news. We'll throw some spoilers in there as well. On Sunday at noon, we do Walking Dead Junkies. We have either past, present, or future, just some good debate topics. And then Sunday night at 8 o'clock, we do a Walking Dead Countdown, which will contain some spoilers as well. And after Talking Dead, we will do a reaction video. So we are doing live streams all week long. You guys know because you're here, and I appreciate you being a part of that. So that's kind of my commercial announcement. Let's go back to Paris's comment about what we would like to see Tara do. So he says, build a relationship with Cindy, make things right with Dwight, maybe forgive Dwight, and then, you know, help kind of save Eugene. The question is for everybody, do you think that Tara needs to clean all that up and have a proper send-off? Are you okay with her just being a bully for another episode or two or just dying? So, how many people here need that closure with Tara, and how many just really don't care and just say, hey, look, we see the path she's going down. Let's just let somebody kill her. This will give you a good pulse, I think, of. And I got a feeling that a lot of people, they just don't have that attachment to her. I know a few of you do. I mean, just judging from the comments. But I think a lot of people are just going to say, let her go. Let her die. E-Beat says she can go. Will Saint, dying, time to go. Philomena said, hey, she had some values. She saved Glenn's life. She deserves a proper send-off. Villar, clean it up. Character deserves a proper send-off. Meat Grinder, no emotional attachment either way. Tammy says she'll get herself killed. Carol says she's still one of the group. Ron Moore doesn't care. Denise, don't care, let her go. So maybe, 65% don't really care. Probably a few more, up from a little bit earlier. And these are, it's not exact statistical. I'm just looking at the comments that are streaming. So a few more people, do have some of that compassion and say, hey, look, she's probably going to go, clean it up, do it the right way. But still, the vast majority just don't have the attachment to her and okay with her leaving the show. And as your host, that's kind of where I am, to be perfectly honest. Maybe it would have been different a season ago, but I'm just not there. One more thing that we do want to throw out there, and I think it is, this trip to the Hilltop. How much disarray do you think the Hilltop is going to be once they get there? Are you comfortable with Maggie's leadership? Do you think that there's a few people talking at this point? There's a few saviors that, hey, think I'm going to be next to be put in a box. It's time to make our move at this point. Just a couple storylines that could be brewing. Could Gregory be the person that's going to try to help the saviors that are still there? Because we really haven't focused a whole lot on what's going on at the Hilltop, and I think that's going to be your next major storyline, why this Rick and Negan thing play out. Little Michonne says Maggie's on shaky ground right now, too. Casey says, I think Maggie can hold it down. It's really all that's left is the Hilltop. And Maggie said as much, right? She said, we got to be prepared because this is going to be the last one to go. Will Clark says Gregory will team up with Jared. What's up, Batman? Good to see you. Ron Moore, I think Maggie could get the respect from Negan like Sasha did. Interesting, interesting. Clear Maggie. All right, we're going to bring a little bit of closure to tonight's stream. One thing I do want to keep in mind, because this was a lot of the character Tara bashing tonight, but keep in mind that she's kind of at odds with Jesus as well. Now, Jesus was, we don't all really get Jesus's point at this particular juncture. He doesn't want to kill everybody. Tara's okay with just bam, 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 bam. Let's get rid of them. I didn't really have as much of a problem with her being a little more aggressive back then, but now I see like she's starting to take it a little bit. When you're killing people that are helping you, I mean, Dwight is an ally. There's no doubt he's an ally at this point. He staked his reputation. You wouldn't be in a situation without him. So I think that deserves a pass. Give him a pass, exile him, do something. So last question of the night, just to get the feel for it. How many people want Tara to keep her word and kill Dwight? I just want to see where you stand with Dwight, and then we will get into our closing comments here and wrap this thing up. Paris says Dwight is the best new character on the show, so definitely I know where you stand with that. Scott, don't kill him. Not me, nah. I would say 95% of the people here either like Dwight, have forgiven Dwight, are okay with him. And there's like a whole team Dwight out there, right? Valar says, I agree, they need Dwight, love Dwight, do not kill Dwight. So this is almost unanimous. Then the last thing that I'm going to leave you with is, if you got a character who's helping you, you don't want him to die, don't keep tempting fate. We know that Walker's not going to bite Dwight, but what if it did? That would be a serious, serious problem. And then Tara would have to deal with, you can already see Rosita's reaction. Rosita's not comfortable that Tara's tempting fate. So this is a little longer stream tonight. I know some of you guys have said, hey, 30-minute streams is not enough, do them a little bit longer. We will stay with a 30-minute stream format, but one night a week, maybe Thursdays, we'll extend it. I picked tonight. I even told the group last night we would go somewhere between maybe 45 minutes and an hour. We're coming up on an hour. Can you believe, like 51 minutes just flies by like that? Unbelievable how quick these things go. A lot of great comments, a lot of great participation. If you guys are not subscribers, hit the subscribe button. Come back and join us 5-6 times a week. We would love to have you here, love to have your thoughts, love to have your comments. Also join us on our Facebook page. It's growing fast. The Walking Dead 999 Army. Really, really tight-knit group. We don't always agree on everything, but we agree that we want to meet here and talk about a lot of Walking Dead stuff. So that's all we really need to agree on. Good thoughts, good comments. Thank you. Appreciate everybody being here. Fast show. Those of you that are here, you know what to do next, because I'm going to do shout-outs. If you're brand new, at the end of every show, I say, just type in 999. I want to do as many shout-outs as we can. If you're watching the playback, you don't have to hang around for the shout-outs. You can go ahead and leave. This is the closing credits. But it's just something I like to do to say thank you to all the people that show up every single week. So give me a quick 999. Absolutely. Maggie says, Andy Gibb, exclamation point. You know I'm going to read that. DDA Ohio, thanks for being here. Tammy Heitzman, Sean Hoover, Pickles. What's up, Pickles? Good to see you. Ivy Quinn, Manimals, Madison Dickey, Mike Blanco, all my moderators. Bree, Emmy, Stephanie, Tommy, and Kel, thank you so much for everything that you do for this channel. Would not be here without all of you. Donna Sowards, Jake Turgeon, Terry Jones, It's Jess, Timothy Young, B. Wow, scrolling fast. You know what? I'm going to let it slow down. Mary, thank you for being here. MD Grim Reaper. Gina Crockett, thank you so much. Kelly Taylor's new. Thank you so much, Kelly. Appreciate you being here. Part of what we do. Hopefully we'll see you back, and love to have your thoughts, love to have your input. And if you guys enjoyed what we did tonight, slap the like button. If you didn't like it, hit the dislike button. If you're watching the playback and you enjoy hanging out with us, hit the like button. If you hate this channel, then give us a dislike. Either way, we want the feedback because we want to know how to make it a little bit better. Let's see, who else we got here? We got Ron Moore. We got Maria Favada. Thank you, Maria. Shanny D, a.k.a. Little Michonne. Will Clark, thanks for being here. Epic Vids 8. Edwin Selvage, thank you. Drama Queen, New York City, what's up? PPP is a 999. We just whisper it like that. Ashley United, thanks for being here. Whitney Hernandez, have a good night. KCF, thank you so much. Becca Bolin as well. Much love to Becca Bolin. Thank you. Eric Vance, thank you for being here, man. iRock6. Chris Salisbury, what's up, Chris? Zelda Faz. Batman loves you. Jesse Games with Friends, thanks, Jesse. Maria, first time catching us live. We'll appreciate you being here. We just have a lot of fun with these live streams. You know, there's a lot of people out there throwing up 5-6 minute videos, and I'll do it from time to time as well just to get some information out there. But there's nothing that I like doing more than getting a topic and getting everybody's input. Because in those 5 or 6 minute videos, you're going to get my perspective. But in these videos, you get hundreds of perspectives. And I really think it's the best way to discuss The Walking Dead. Laura Butler, thank you so much. Appreciate you being here. Sean Hoover, like and subscribe from Texas. Thank you so much. We're huge in Texas. Sarah Strange, thank you. Ayatoro Collins, have a good evening to you. Scott Kernan, always a pleasure. Thanks so much, my man. Appreciate you being here. All the people that support this channel as well on the Patreon site, you can see her on the left. Just a sincere thank you and a shout out to all of you. appreciate everything that you guys do. And also, we got some people here that do regular super chats, and appreciate your comments, your contribution, and just you being here in general. Appreciate it. Hippo in the house. Thank you so much. It says best channel on YouTube. That's some high praise, Hippo. Hippo, if you had a choice between watching a 999 Army stream or being front row in an Insane Clown Posse concert, which one would you pick? I want you to think about that. Thank you, Garrett Farmer. Appreciate you being here tonight. I just put him on the spot. Hippo's gonna do a little bit of pause. All right, Brene, I will get you a comic book reading. And you know what? I think I'll get you a comic book reading tomorrow. How about that? I owe you several. And I got to catch up. He's struggling. Anakin, thank you so much. Appreciate you being here. Anakin's like, Killshot is the greatest of all time. I'm not the greatest of all time. You guys are the greatest forum group. That's what makes this thing work. It's how many people we have here. It's how many different perspectives. It's the passion. It's the passion to debate in a respectable manner. That's what the 999 Army is all about. Thank you, Will Saint. Appreciate you being here. Maggie Bonacorda, always a pleasure. Thank you so much. Mike Blanco says, hit that button. Good turnout tonight, though. Really good group. Melinda Kettler, thank you so much. Tammy just likes her nickname. I got to admit, Pickles is one of the coolest nicknames I think that we've given out on this channel. You know, we might give some more out. Stay tuned. If you get a nickname, though, you do have to change your YouTube name. So I don't take that lightly. It's pretty serious. When that happens, we put some thought into it. Patricia Allen, thank you for being here. Thank you, Joni. You know what I'm going to try? Is it Suf Broga? Maybe. Or it's one of those names that is real easy and it's like, and I'm reading it wrong. Anyway, I tried. If I messed up your name, I did the best I could. Hippo, save that answer for tomorrow night's stream. Leave it dramatic. Don't tell us. It'll be like a... Oh, you told us. I was going to do like a cliffhanger from season 6 to 7. But he says, front row at ICP while streaming 909. You know what? I think that's a good diplomatic answer. Epic Vids, thanks so much. Aiden, good to see you as well. I'm always going to miss a couple shout-outs, so if I do miss you in a shout-out, then when the video goes live, just shoot me a message or leave a comment. You guys can always send me a message on Kik at KILZHOT. And sometimes my eyes just get drawn in. It's the same group of people. And one person might just ask for a shout out and I don't see it. If I ever omit you though, it is not intentional. All right. You know what, Ron? We might throw out some new nicknames. We'll either talk some spoilers or breaking news, one or the other. We're going to see what's a little bit more interesting. I may put some spoilers in a quick kind of compacted video to sort of throw them out there to the people that want to see them and don't. The thing about the streams is 90% of the people in our streams do want to know the spoilers, but we do have about 10%. So if we do a spoiler live stream and we're already talking about it and somebody jumps in 15 minutes into it, I can't really backtrack it. So that's kind of the challenge with that. All right, everybody, thank you so much. We have hit 60 minutes on the nose. We did make it one full hour. Thank you once again, and I will talk to you all tomorrow. Peace.